RuPaul's Drag Race What Ifs. Today I'm gonna do a video about RuPaul's Drag Race Season 12. It's gonna be about what if the two premieres they had eliminations. So what if someone was eliminated in the premieres? But first of all, I want to say thank you all so much for supporting my channel. Thank you for watching my videos, and thank you just overall. I appreciate every one of you. And thank you for commenting and stuff. Also, I really appreciate it and I love engaging with you all. The previous time I did it, people were commenting on how I talked and how it sounded. I sounded very monotone. I know, I don't know why. Like, I sounded so bored, like I didn't want to do it. I don't know why I sounded like that. Like, I just sounded like I was over it, girl. But that's just not me. I don't know why. I wasn't too much in my head, I think. It was sort of one of the first times I did like a what if video, like talking wise, so with commentary instead of just text like I normally do. So maybe that's why. Anyways, I hope this one will be not as boring, because for me personally, the last video I made with my commentary was pretty boring to me. I couldn't watch the video, honestly. Anyways, if you don't agree with my choices, I respect them, I respect everyone's choices, but let's see how this went down. I also noticed that I will include Cherry Pie because she's like a big part of the season, so it would be weird not adding her in, especially with the two eliminations we have, so that would be too much of a fantasy or a fantasy, how you will call it. So we need to include Cherry Pie into this stuff. Anyways, on with the video. I hope you will enjoy. So the first episode is that I'm that bitch episode, and the queens have to write their own verse and rap to it and dance and all that jazz to the song called I'm That Bitch. And originally we had a top two with Widow and Gigi, but since the format has changed now, we need to have a bottom two instead of a top two. We only have one winner this time around instead of like two. Like, well, we originally had also one winner, but now not a top two like in All Stars. You know what I mean? Whatever. Anyways, so I think Widow will still win this episode while Gigi is high. And yeah, those are the top queens of this episode. I think Britta and Jackie Cox will be safe, so that means our bottom three queens are Crystal Method, Nikki Doll, and Heidi and Closet. Crystal Method would be just low, and I think the bottom two would be Nikki Doll and Heidi and Closet. Heidi and Nikki have to lip sync to Starships by Nicki Minaj, and I obviously see Heidi winning this lip sync over Nikki, so I think our first eliminated queen would be Nikki Doll. So we have to say goodbye to Nikki, and we have 12 remaining queens. So the second episode is the You Don't Know Me episode. So the queens, this is the second pair of queens, they have to write verses and sing and dance to this song called You Don't Know Me. And originally we also had the top two with Jade Essence Hall and Cherry Pie, and we have to change it around, so only one winner and not a top two in the bottom. You get it by now, whatever. Why do I explain this every time? I don't know. Anyways, I think Jada would be the winner of this episode, while Cherry Pie would be high. And I think based on performance and stuff, I think Jen would be safe. And our bottom three queens would be Rakam Sakura, Dahlia Sin, and Aiden Zane. I see Aiden just being low. With in the bottom two, we have Dahlia Sin and Rakam Sakura, and they have to lip sync to Call Me Your Girlfriend by Robin. I think that's right. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. And I feel like Rackham would win this over Dahlia, and Dahlia is our 12th eliminated queen, so we have to say goodbye to Dahlia, and we will continue with 11 queens. So the third episode is the world's worst episode, and it's an improv challenge. Yeah, y'all know what it is if you have seen the show. I'm not gonna explain what it is, y'all just know. But the queens had to do a mini challenge like the two winners from the previous episode, so Widow and Jada. have to pick the two weakest members, and then they have to make a team. And since we have 11 girls left instead of 13, teams are a little bit different. A little bit. We still have 4 teams because I couldn't do it differently since that was the mini challenge. So I kept it as 4 teams, but the teams are a little bit different. So the acts are probably needed to be changed in this format. So we have Team Aiden with Sherry and Britta, that's still the same. Team Heidi with Jackie and Gigi, that's still the same. Team Widow with Crystal, I think she would pick Crystal first, and then Rockham, because I think they were in the same team. Well, no, maybe Crystal was, but whatever. And Jada picks Jan. So these are the teams, and yeah, so I think this will also be such a bullcrap episode with judging, but yeah, Sherry will still win this episode for no reason whatsoever, but yeah, they let her win also in the actual episode, so she will win here again with Jackie and Heidi being high, so those are our top queens, and the bottom queens I think would be one particular team would do really bad here, and that's Team Widow would do a bad job actually. So I think they would be in the bottom, both them three. I think Widow would be safe because she wasn't actually that bad in this challenge. Crystal was, so I think she would be in the bottom together with Rockham, Sakura. So in the bottom two we have Crystal and Rockham, and the lip sync song is "Problem" by Ariana Grande feat. Iggy Azalea, and I think Rockham would beat Crystal. So in 11th place we have Crystal Method, and we have to say goodbye to Crystal. So yeah, that happens. Let's go on with the other episodes. Okay, so episode 4 is the ball episode, and the queens have to make looks. Why do I always explain what the challenge is? But yeah, so the queens have to make looks in the style of sports and balls and all that jazz. Anyways, Nikki, Jada, and Gigi were originally the top queens, but since Nikki isn't here anymore, I think the top queens will be Jada, Jan, and Gigi, with Gigi winning, of course. Jan, because she actually had 3 good looks, so I think she would be high. Because she was a little bit overlooked in this season, so I think in this scenario she would be high here. And the bottom 3 queens are still the same, because they all still are here in this timeline. So yeah, Britta and Rockham have to lip sync to S&M by Rihanna. And yeah, in 10th place, we have to say goodbye to Rockham Sakura. And yeah, we'll continue with 9 girls. So the 5th episode is the Gays Anatomy episode. The queens have to take part in this acting challenge based off on Grey's Anatomy. And the winner of this challenge is again Sherry Pie, because God knows why, but she is, and I think she will be in this scenario as well. So yeah, and a lot of queens were high in this challenge, but we cannot have that many high queens because we have less queens in this scenario. So I think of the high queens, we have to make some of them safe, 2 of them at least. So I think Aiden and Gigi would be safe in this challenge, and the rest will be high or in the bottom. And the bottom 3 queens are maybe shocking to some: Britta, Heidi, and Jada. Jada was doing not bad, but like she was also not doing that great. Like she struggled a bit, tiny bit, and her role was not that memorable to me. So I think she would be put in low placement here. But Britta and Heidi are definitely in the bottom 2, and they have to lip sync to "Hard to Break" by Kim Petras, and it's Britta's time to go here because I think Heidi would beat Britta in the lip sync. So in 9th place we have Britta, and we continue with 8 queens. So the 6th episode is the Snatch Game, and originally we have 10 queens, but now we have 8 queens left, so a lot of placements are different. Well, not a lot of placements, but the bottom placements are different, because originally we had Britta and Crystal in the bottom, like in the bottom three. But since they are not here, I had to make some changes. But the top queens are still the same. Gigi winning, of course, and Sherry and Jackie are both high, so that didn't change. But the biggest change of all is gonna be this. Aiden is in the bottom, like she has to be. Like there's no doubt she will be. She's in the bottom. But Widow and Jan are also like near the bottom. Jan's performance wasn't that great, but like they were worse. So, but now they are not there anymore, so she has to be in the bottom because hers was not that good. Her look saved her from the bottom two spot, I think. Widow's was also not that great. Her snatch game, like it was okay, like it was mediocre, but her look was not that good. So in the bottom two we have Widow and Aiden, and they have to lip sync to "Let It Go" by Casey Levy, whatever. And I see Widow winning this lip sync and sending Aiden home. And in the eighth place, we have Aiden Zane, and we have to say goodbye to Aiden. And we only continue with 7 girls. There are only 7 girls left. Episode 7 is the Madonna Rusical. The queens have to pick Madonna era and they have to lip sync to the things they sing to, whatever. Y'all know what I mean. We have 7 queens left, and originally there were 9. So again, a little bit changing in the spots. So we only have 2 top queens in this episode instead of 3. So the 2 top queens are, of course, Gigi and Jan, with Gigi winning. Yeah, so that's what's happening. And we have 3 bottom queens. So in the bottom, we have Sherry, Jackie, and Heidi. I think Sherry would just be just low in this episode, and we have bottom 2 between these queens, between Jackie and Heidi. And I think there will be a double shantay here happening. Yeah, so that no one goes home in this episode. Episode 8 is the droop episode. The queens have to create this video where they sell a product and make it funny. And I think we have 3 top queens here because they all did so well. Like most of them did so well. So I think in the top 3 we would have Jackie, Heidi, and Jada, with Heidi, of course, winning this challenge. So congrats to these girls. And we have one safe girl, which is Sherry. So in the bottom 3 we have Jan, Widow, and Gigi. And of course, Jan and Widow are in the bottom 2, lip syncing to "This Is My Night" by Shaka Khan. And of course, Jan is leaving, so in 7th place is Jan. In the 9th competitive episode, we have the Choices 2020 episode. The queens have to have a debate, and yeah, that's what they do. That's what the challenge is, a debate, sort of. Anyways, like originally, the top 2 are Heidi and Jada, with Jada winning, of course. So yeah, these are our top queens of the week, and our bottom queens of the week are Jackie, Widow, and Gigi Good. Gigi is low because she was originally, and then the bottom 2 originally we had Jackie and Widow. So yeah, those are our bottom 2 queens. They have to lip sync to "Firework" by Katy Perry, and just like originally, in 6th place we have Widow Fondue. She gets eliminated by Jackie. And we have to say goodbye to Widow. Episode 10 is the makeover challenge, and originally we had 6 queens for this episode, but in this scenario we only have 5 remaining queens. So we need to have a returning queen in this episode, and I think the returning queen will be Jan. Jan is our returning queen. She's back in the competition, so we'll see what's gonna happen. Our top 2 queens are Sherry and Jada, of course, is winning like originally, so that's the same. Our bottom 3 queens are Jackie, Heidi, and Gigi. I think based on the looks Jan served this season, I think she would be safe. So yeah, we have a bottom two between Jackie and Heidi, and they have to lip sync to Kill the Lights by Alex Newell. And I think this is Heidi's third time in the bottom two. I think it's over for her in this lip sync. No one makes it past the third round, like no one. Originally, I have to admit, this is the second time I filmed this, like I record this. I had Heidi win this episode, but no one wins the third lip sync. Like, absolutely no one. Like, no, I mean the fourth lip sync, the fourth time. Yeah, this is the fourth time in the bottom, I mean. No one makes it past the fourth time. Only Coco Montrese was up to this point as well, but she lost the fourth time she was in the bottom. So, there's no way in hell Jackie's not gonna win this lip sync. So, in sixth place, we have Heidi and Closet. So we have to say goodbye to Heidi. It just makes more sense than if I let Heidi stay, because I did originally, but that doesn't make sense because no, that has not happened before. That they had 4 bottom placements and they went, yeah, that no. So we continue with the comedy routine in episode 11, and I recorded this as well with like Jackie going home and Heidi staying, but that would be a complete train wreck. This challenge would be a complete train wreck because Jackie and Crystal were the tops of this challenge and they wouldn't be there if I let Heidi stay. So it would be so horrible actually, because none of the other queens did a good job. Let's just say that. So yeah, now in this scenario, Jackie wins this challenge, and congrats to Jackie. And in the bottom 3, we have Jen, Sherry, and Jada. Gigi is safe because she did better, in my opinion, in the challenge than Sherry. Sherry went overtime. She should have been in the bottom 3, but like whatever. Jan is there because she didn't do that well on both the comedy challenges, like Snatch Game. She did okay, it was whatever, but the Droop challenge, she was in the bottom, so I think she would be in the bottom here as well. Especially if she's the returning queen, they would not let her stay until the finale. I don't think that would have happened. Jada's here because, yeah, she was originally. So they have to lip sync to 1999 by Prince, and I see Jan go. So in 5th place we have Jan, and we'll continue with episode 12. So episode 12 is the RuPaul's Drag Race Live episode, but we have only 4 queens remaining: Jackie, Gigi, Sherry, and Jada. And this top 4 episode is gonna be like the top 4 episodes season 9 and 10. Like no one goes home and no one wins, so that's the most fair. But of course, Cherry is disqualified, so we continue with only 3 queens going into the finale, and that are Gigi, and those are, I mean, Gigi, Jackie, and Jada. So we'll see what the points are, and we'll see who will win. Episode 14 is the finale, and we have our top 3 queens, Jackie, Gigi, and Jada, and let's see what their scores are. So Gigi has, in this scenario, has 3 wins, 1 high, 3 saves, 3 lows, 0 bottom placements, 4 mini challenge wins, and that brings her overall score to 38 points. Jackie has 1 win, 4 highs, 2 saves, 0 lows, 3 bottoms, 3 mini challenge wins, and that brings her overall score to 33 points. And Jada has 3 wins, 2 highs, 3 saves, 1 low, 1 bottom, and 0 mini challenge wins, and that brings her overall score to 35 points. So who is the winner, you may ask? Well, based on the points, Gigi would win, but Gigi has like 4 mini challenge wins, so that if they were removed from her, she only would have 34 points. So our actual winner will still be Jada Essence Hall. So congrats to Jada Essence Hall for winning this in this video. And I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Share your thoughts in the comments. And I hope y'all liked it. And also, I want y'all's help because I'm running out of video ideas because there's like not much going on in the drag world right now. Like, I know Drag Race Holland is still happening right now, but like it hasn't ended yet, so I cannot make any videos on that yet. So yeah, if y'all have any suggestions of videos I can do, please share them below in the comments as well. I would really appreciate it. And I will see y'all next time. Bye.